Hello, I'm Mary Catherine Sevier, and along with Leslie Collin, I am co-president of the League of Women Voters of Murfreesboro and Rutherford County. On behalf of the League, I'm pleased to welcome you to this candidate forum sponsored by the League in partnership with Rutherford County and Rutherford County Television. This forum can be viewed on AT&T UVerse Channel 99, Xfinity Channel 19, DTC Channel 194, and YouTube RCTV Live. We hope the broadcasting and streaming of the forum by the county on so many different platforms will reach the largest possible number of interested voters. The League seeks to conduct our forums in a nonpartisan manner. Key participants, especially the moderator, are never publicly aligned with any particular candidate or political party. The League believes that televised and streamed candidate forums provide an excellent opportunity for voters to become more familiar with the candidates and their positions. If you agree with us, please express your opinion about the value of televised and streamed candidate forums to the individuals seeking your vote. In the upcoming August 4th election, citizens of Rutherford County will be voting to elect, among other positions, a mayor, a sheriff, and county commissioners. Early voting starts July 15th and runs through July 30th. If you're interested in obtaining an absentee ballot for the August 4th election, please go to the Rutherford County Election Commission website to learn about that process. We thank you for your attention as you hear these candidates introduce themselves and answer questions about pertinent issues facing Rutherford County. We hope you will find this forum useful in deciding which candidates you choose to support. Your vote gives you a prime opportunity to influence how government is conducted in Rutherford County. Thank you for joining us, and remember, your vote counts.
Good evening. My name is Chauncey Vinson, and I will serve as moderator for this candidate forum tonight. This forum is co-sponsored by the League of Women Voters of Murfreesboro and Rutherford County. The League believes that candidate forums provide an excellent way for voters to become more familiar with candidates and their positions. It is my pleasure to welcome both our candidates here at the Rutherford County Commission Chamber and our viewers at home to this program. This evening, we will be hearing remarks from the candidates for Rutherford County Commission District 3 and 7. Initially, I was concerned because I was thinking Rutherford County has 21 districts around for county commission, but I was relieved when I was contacted and told that it'll only cover these two districts tonight. However, I do see the importance that each and every candidate has this opportunity to present their platform. So before introducing the candidates, I would like to outline the procedure for this forum. Each candidate will be asked to make an opening statement in a 2-minute period, not a second longer. I'm just serious. When all candidates have completed the opening statement, then several additional questions will be asked. The candidates will respond to each of those questions with a 1-minute answer. The candidates will be allowed 2 minutes to answer the last question and make any closing remarks at that time. I want to thank all of the candidates for their gracious acceptance of this invitation to participate in tonight's event. Speaking first is candidate Herron. You may make your opening statement. You will have 2 minutes.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Anita Herron, and thank you for this opportunity. And I look forward to being your next county commissioner for District 3. I'm a retired Army veteran, chaplain, faith-based liaison, educator, and a transformational servant leader. Remaining accessible, responsive, and community engaged is important to me as we forge a new beginning together. I believe all Rutherford County citizens deserve a seat at the table, and I am ready to echo your concerns through open, honest, and clear communication. I commit myself in a new way, together, holistically, that we will build Rutherford County in collaborative efforts for opportunities to bridge a support within community and our stakeholders. I will create a flourishing county full of hope and promise, and as well as efforts to rebuild trust, create new relationships, and actively listen. I commit to seek solutions to our pressing concerns and strive to create a county where all residents are valued and all have access to the benefits of Rutherford County. And these expectations, it would enrich my understanding of our residents' lives and concerns, that which is essential to me. Finally, I am committed to ensure that Rutherford County will be the best place to live and work and play during my tenure. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, candidate Rather, your opening remarks.
Can I have her 30 seconds that she left?
You can.
I'm Michael Rather. I was elected in 2018 as County Commissioner in District 3. I am 5th generation of my family in Rutherford County, born and raised here, raising my kids here. Now, everything she said, I agree with. I can mimic or repeat everything she said. I, too, am for Rutherford County. There are people that elect me, that have elected me, and that's who I represent. The whole county, especially my district. I have been, will continue to be accessible and responsive as I've done for the last 4 years. I represent people. I was elected by the people, for the people, and I remain that way. Rutherford County is part of me. And so I'm a part of everybody else's problem, and I will continue, as I have been for 4 years, to respond to those issues and see if we can get those issues resolved. Now, we have a lot of issues in Rutherford County with landfills and schools and everything else. The commission, I will continue to work with the commission to get those issues resolved, and it's a long road ahead. I can assure you that. Thank you.
Okay. Next, candidate Cush, your opening remarks.
Thank you, Chauncey. I want to thank the League of Women Voters for this opportunity for us to talk about ourselves and the importance of District 7 and District 3. I am the incumbent, the two-term incumbent of District 7. I am the certified Republican candidate. I have been a Republican since I was 18 years old. That's a little more than 20 or 30 years ago. I am a 30-year resident of Rutherford County. The First Lady of District 7, my lovely wife Stephanie, is a longtime resident, born and raised here in Rutherford County. My 3 kids and her 3 kids have all gone through the Rutherford County school system. And one of my sons on to MTSU, where he got his master's degree. I am a 34-year member of the American Society of Civil Engineers. I am a graduate from the University of Oklahoma, where I have a bachelor's in environmental design, which is a subsection of the civil engineering discipline, which leads very well as I am chair of the Public Works Committee and involved heavily in the infrastructure community. I am a former Chamber of Commerce board member and executive committee member for the Chamber, and also of the Economic Development Committee. In 2016, the Nashville Business Journal elected me as the Development Person of the Year. Economic development is a very important part of Rutherford County as we continue to grow and attract businesses. It helps our kids stay here after they graduate college to make Rutherford County a popular place. I currently am chair of Public Works. I'm on the steering committee. In the past, I have served on the purchasing committee. I'm also on steering committee. I believe I just said that, but I'm also a longtime member of the Planning Commission.
All right. Next, we'll have candidate Locker, your opening remarks.
Yes, good evening. My name is Joseph Locker, running for District 7 as a Democrat. Born and raised in Nashville, musician. Moved to Rutherford County in 2004, got married 2005. Got 2 kids, 2 twin girls. Got divorced in 2015 and decided to stay here in Rutherford County. I love Rutherford County. It's a great place to raise kids, great place to work. Graduated college from TCAT, Tennessee College of Applied Technology. I studied industrial electrical maintenance mechatronics, studying robots, sensors. Hopefully one day work for Nissan. We work hand in hand with Nissan. It's a Nissan campus. Right now I'm working for satellite communications, data transfer, entertainment, television. So I hope you'll vote for me. I'm the Democratic candidate for District 7. Thank you.
Next, Candidate Williams, your opening remarks.
Good afternoon. My name is Paul Roscoe Williams. First, I would like to thank the League of Women Voters for hosting this event. Thank RCTV for televising it. Again, I said my name is Paul Roscoe Williams. I am running for County Commissioner for District 7. I've lived in Rutherford County for 32 years of the 45 years of my life. The last 32 years, I've owned a home in District 7 for the last 13 years. 10 years of that, I've been the HOA president of my neighborhood. During those 10 years, I've added $130,000 to the money market account and never increased dues one time. I've also never sent anybody a letter about their yard. I have been married to my beautiful wife, Amber Williams, for 17 years. We have 2 sons. The oldest graduated from Siegel High School and attended MTSU. The youngest attends Eagleville High School now and starts driving soon. I hope you'll please pray for me. My wife and I own a business in Murfreesboro where we work hand in hand with the criminal court system and also work closely with the Sheriff's Department and other local law enforcement agencies. I spent a couple of years of my life in law enforcement as well, after following in the footsteps of my grandfather, who was the chief of police of Spring Hill for 30 years. I'm running for county commissioner because I care about our county. Murfreesboro passed Chattanooga and became the 4th largest populated city in Tennessee officially during the last census. I feel it is time for new leaders in this county. Too many of the old politicians in this county have been involved in criminal or civil litigation. It is time for the good old boy politics of Rutherford County to stop and that we have a better class of leaders. Again, my name is Paul Roscoe Williams. Please vote for me for District 7.
Thank you. We will now turn to our first question. This question will be answered first by candidate Rather. You will have 1 minute to answer this question. What do you feel is the #1 issue facing Rutherford County in the next 5 years, and how would you address that issue? 1 minute.
Solid waste. #1 issue, solid waste. To me, it's solid waste. How we address it is our county and all the cities involved, Murfreesboro, Smyrna, Laverne, Eagleville, we need to work together to resolve this issue because it affects everybody in Rutherford County. Now, what that resolve is, we've been talking about this for years, and we're getting closer. Whether it's composting, recycling, or a combination of everything, the waste stream, we've got to all work together. And we are working on that. Behind the scenes, there's a lot of work being done, but that's #1.
Thank you. Candidate Cush, same question. What do you feel is the #1 issue facing Rutherford County in the next 5 years, and how would you address that issue?
Well, we just solved the #1, and that was we got a pay increase to our public servants, our school teachers, and all the Rutherford County employees. So Michael and I are both very proud of that, and that is something to hang our hat on. It made our employees more competitive and made them desirous to stay with Rutherford County. Michael is correct. Solid waste is a huge problem. It is number one on my list as Chair of Public Works. That is in my wheelhouse. For the last 4 years, we have been very diligent in reviewing different technologies through the RFI process, through the RFP process, and continuing to look at technologies that will help our solid waste resolution. Michael is right. This is a city-county issue. We must communicate better with the counties. They are a stakeholder as well. To me, personally, the solid waste over the next 5 years is the number one issue.
Thank you. Next, candidate Locker, same question.
Yes, Joseph Loescher. I'd have to agree. It's solid waste. It's a dump site. They don't call it Walter Hill for nothing. It's not a hill. It's a mountain. We got to move it. I have a totally different position on this. We need a new dump site, flat out. Close the one we got. There was a report years ago. We haven't heard anything more about it, about low levels of radiation leaking from that dump site. I haven't heard anything about it. What happened to that? My church owned a piece of property out there, and I was told, do not go outside when they're spraying the grass over by the soccer field. Now it's a soccer field. At the time, it wasn't. What happened to that report? What happened to the low levels of metal leaking into the water? We haven't heard anything about that. But are they covering it up? We need to close it down and move it somewhere else. We got to talk to the other counties around us and decide what we're going to do about that. Thank you.
Thank you. Candidate Williams, same question. What do you feel is the number one issue facing Rutherford County in the next 5 years, and how would you address that issue?
Well, despite the fact of me being on the independent ballot, I am a conservative, and I agree with Mr. Locker and Mr. Cush. To be frankly honest, I believe that our dump is the most important thing that we need to be worrying about right now. I do, however, have a difference of opinion on how we should deal with it. I believe the first thing we should do is renegotiate with Republic Services and stop allowing other counties to use our county as their trash can. I believe that it's time for us to renegotiate that, and when that's renegotiated, I believe that we need to look into a recycling facility, but not until this dump issue is settled.
Thank you. Candidate Herron, same question.
Great question. Urban sprawl will have had an impact on Rutherford County. If left underaddressed, in 5 years, we would have created a hidden debt of unfunded infrastructures and services, urban decay, social dysfunction, and environmental degradation. My goal is to see Rutherford County create more sustainable land use and to protect our biodiversity and natural ecosystems. To accomplish this task, I propose to look at the current resources in place, funding appropriate and management services, align the budget and finances compliances to meet the need, and to develop effective, efficient, and sustainable short and long-term goals. Thank you.
Thank you. I will move on to question 2, and this question will be answered first by candidate Cush. Would you be willing to set aside party loyalty to accomplish one of your priorities? Again, you have 1 minute.
That is an easy question. Yes. When I get calls from constituents, I don't know if they are Democratic, Republican, Independent. I don't know what their religious status is, their color is, what their orientation is of any kind. They're a constituent, they're a taxpayer. That's the bottom line. That's all that matters. I'm here to help them, to connect them to the right people to get their problem solved, whether it's codes, whether it's roads, whether it's a problem with the city, that they, or if it's something the county can't help them with, I will direct them with the proper city assistance. So there are no party lines. We're here, I'm here to do good for the citizens and my constituents of District 7. So party lines are irrelevant to me.
Thank you. Kenneth Locker, same question. Would you be willing to set aside party loyalty to accomplish one of your priorities?
No. I'm a bit upset. I've been watching the news. Reverse of Roe versus Wade, January the 6th. Are you kidding me? I'm telling you how I feel. No. Now everything I vote on, I'll listen to everybody, but I'm going to put a Democratic spin on everything. I'm very upset what's going on. Elections matter, so you need to vote because elections have consequences. And I understand this is a local election. I can't do anything about the gas prices. I can't do anything about Roe versus Wade or January the 6th, and neither can my opponents. But I'm a Democrat, and if you vote for me, I'm going to put a Democratic spin on everything I vote on.
Thank you. Candidate Williams, same question. Would you be willing to set aside party loyalty to accomplish one of your priorities?
Obviously, I'm running on the independent ticket. As I just said, to be completely honest, I originally got 50 signatures as a Republican. But I was actually the first person in Rutherford County to turn in their 50 signatures. I turned them in on December 28th. The GOP waited until 36 hours before the deadline to notify me I couldn't run against Mr. Cush in the primary election. However, with that being said, I went out and got 50 more votes because helping Rutherford County grow into the city that it's becoming very fast is very important to me. So I went back out in 36 hours and got 50 more signatures. I will work with anybody that sits at these chairs as long as they're willing to work with me and come to a compromise.
Thank you. Candidate Herron, same question. Would you be willing to set aside party loyalty to accomplish one of your priorities?
Despite political division, I believe working across party lines is sometimes necessary. However, my loyalty is to the people, the residents, and the voters of Rutherford County. Thank you.
Thank you. Candidate Rather, same question. Would you be willing to set aside party loyalty to accomplish one of your priorities?
8 years serving on the Board of Zoning Appeals and the last 4 years as a commissioner. I do not recall one single issue that dealt with parties. So, am I going to vacate the Republican Party? No. However, we don't really deal with partisan politics. And when I get a phone call, I think about a scripture. There's no longer male nor female, Greek nor Jew, slave or free man or whatever. When a citizen calls, when there's an issue that involves citizens, they are all citizens. I don't give a flip what their party is, what their color is, what their gender is, what their race is. It doesn't matter. We're here for people.
Thank you. All right, question 3 will be answered first by candidate Locker. The question is, how do you think county government should be involved in assuring affordable housing to low and medium income families? Again, 1 minute.
Oh, I'd like to see Habitat for Humanity come in and build whole neighborhoods. I'll be the first guy to volunteer. I live in an apartment. I'm an average Joe. I'm your neighbor. I'm the guy you see at the grocery store. I'm the guy you work out at the gym. I'd love to buy a house. I've been looking for a house for the past 2 years. I finally have an opportunity for a loan. I get outbid by everybody. Now, I believe Biden offers grants to builders and developers for low income, medium income. Where are those builders? Why isn't this being advertised? Did you know that you can use your rent as credit for buying a house if your credit score is too low? Loan officers don't know anything about that, or they act like they don't. I'd like to know what's going on with that. But yes, I want to low middle income housing. Case and Lane, St. Andrews, that's what it was founded on. That's a little piece of my district, District 7. Yes, we need better housing.
Thank you. Candidate Williams, same question. How do you think county government should be involved in assuring affordable housing to low and medium income families? 1 minute.
Yes, sir. I believe that if we do not get involved with it, it will hurt the local economy later. I believe there is a proposed housing development in the works now. People have resorted to living in these pay-by-the-week hotels like the Knights Inn and the Regal Inn. The number of arrests in these properties show that they are bad for our county. Not to mention the amount of overdoses that happen there. We need affordable housing for people who are feeling the crunch of the cost of living spikes in Rutherford County. Some apartment complexes increase their rent on current tenants whose lease was ending 30% to renew a lease on the same apartment. This will significantly hurt local businesses when college kids can't afford to live here to go to school. We have to get involved.
Thank you. Candidate Herron, same question. How do you think county government should be involved in assuring affordable housing to low and medium income families?
Thank you. I think the better question is that I'm asking myself is, what does the current supply look like? We need to address the needs of the most vulnerable and marginalized populations of Rutherford County, the young professionals and recent college graduates, our seniors, our veterans, working class families, and our displaced neighbors. I propose no one should have to spend more than 30% of their income in housing, and we all need housing across all price points. And there should be a livable and viable wage implemented within Rutherford County to address and assist in those needs. Thank you.
Thank you. Candidate Rather, same question. How do you think county government should be involved in assuring affordable housing to low and medium income families?
That's the hardest question you've asked me so far. I think, as Commissioner Cush has said, we have to pay people more. Now, can the county commission dictate who builds what, how big they are, how much they sell them? The fact is, Rutherford County is a great place to be. That's why everybody wants to be here. I'm not real sure what the answer is, other than we got to pay people. Our employees, the greatest asset we have, we've got to pay them to be able to afford. Now, are there restrictions or whatever we can put on building? That would cause changes in the building code and ordinances and whatever.
Thank you. Candidate Cush, same question. How
Thank
do you think?
This is a very hard question, and there's no easy solution. Some of the big builders here in Rutherford County began targeting townhomes as part of the solution for low-income housing. But those were quickly gobbled up, and as this crazy phenomenon that we're going through now with everybody trying to move to Rutherford County and gobbling up houses and folks from out of state coming in and getting in the price wars that they're getting in, it's become impossible for my kids, low-income, mid-income seniors. We've left out. I'm gonna throw in seniors in that category. So we have to find a place, and it needs to be regional. It's not just this county, but it needs to be a regional issue. And one thing we need to do is we need to add transit to that. You need to put transit stops or tracks where these densities are, because these people typically use transit to get back and forth to work.
For question 4, we'll have Candidate Williams lead. And that question is, what specific work have you done or would you do as a community leader to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion in Rutherford County? Again, 1 minute.
During my life in Rutherford County, I've coached youth sports. My family helped Sandy Wright with the meals that organized for homeless citizens in our county during the holidays. I really hope that more people would get involved with that. As I may have mentioned before, I'm the HOA president of my neighborhood. I have been for 10 years. I do this job for free. I don't receive any reduced dues or any perks for doing it. But I started doing it, and I told my kids I was doing it because I wanted our neighborhood to be a community. I wanted people to want to live in our neighborhood. I wanted people to feel safe when their kid rode their bicycle down in front of my house. And I've worked very hard to make our neighborhood a community. I feel that we need that in Murfreesboro as well. We all need to lead by example and be better humans.
Thank you. Candidate Herron, same question. What specific work have you done or would you do as a community leader to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion in Rutherford County?
Thank you. I have been involved at every level of public service in implementing diversity and inclusion efforts. But as a county commissioner, I believe that it is important to begin with our county's HR efforts in celebrating and training our employees to embrace diversity, equity, and inclusion, hiring people from different cultures to serve in the public in different offices, and to establish diversity and to establish diversity and inclusion standing committees right here on the commission would be a great start to begin with.
Thank you. Candidate Rather, same question. What specific work have you done or would you do as a community leader to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion in Rutherford County?
Well, I'll continue doing what I've always done, and that is people are people. We all bleed red. Whether you're this race or whatever, you're people. Created by God, we're all people. And I never looked at another person in my term as commissioner. When I get a phone call or an email, I don't think, well, what color are they? What gender are they? What race are they? It doesn't enter my mind. And the years I've been in Rutherford County, my whole life, Rutherford County and other commissioners, I don't see any of us looking at somebody else. We're all here to help one another and make this county the best it can be, regardless.
Thank you. Candidate Cush, same question.
Diversity is important. Women are smarter, trust me.
Amen.
Yeah. Before the primary, I had lunch with a young gentleman by the name of Eric Merriweather. He is the founder of a training program for African Americans, trying to get them into politics in the community. I had a great conversation with him and told him I was available at his beck and call to help promote that. Would love to be a mentor for things like that. I mentioned early on that I'm a 30-year member of the American Society of Civil Engineers in the Middle Tennessee branch. I was the diversity chair for that branch and wrote a paper that was submitted to nationals, which actually received a accommodation of how we address diversity in the engineering community. So I'm familiar with that. I want all people to have equal playing field, and my time is up. Thank you.
Thank you. Candidate Locker, same question. What specific work have you done or would you do as a community leader to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion in Rutherford County?
I'd like to back up just a little bit. I think my opponents don't know the meaning of low income. I'm from Nashville. I worked at the Stockyard restaurant, second, third shift. I worked until 3 a.m. in the morning. Right across the river, before it was Soho and Gulch and so whatever. There were the projects over there. Man, it was hardcore. That's low income. Now we did have some low income around here, but we demolished them. I don't know if you noticed that. We tore them down. To promote diversity, now you're going to laugh. I'm a musician from Nashville. Have a block party. My church has a block party in the middle of the square, and they have a music festival. And what's the best way to meet people? Music, breaking bread, and have different nationalities come out and cook for you. So have a block party, meet everybody, break bread. Now, you will meet some low-income people. Thank you.
Thank you. And this will be our last and final question, question 5. As a reminder, you'll have 2 minutes to answer the question, then provide your closing remarks. And we'll start with candidate Herron. The last question is, what makes you the candidate to vote for? Again, 2 minutes.
Thank you. That's a great question. I'm committed, engaged, and ready to serve. I believe residents and community stakeholders deserve a seat at the table. When it comes to shaping the future of our county, it is important that I become accustomed to bringing people together and working toward a common goal. And I look forward to doing just that on Rutherford County Commissioner as your voice on District 3. On the campaign trail, I have had the chance to talk to residents across our county from all walks of life. As your next District 3 County Commissioner, I will always encourage input from all residents and try to get as many diverse perspectives as I can when it comes to forging a new beginning together. It is time for a new beginning together. I believe in public service and that everyone deserves a seat at the table in creating a more equitable, sustainable, and environmentally friendly future. I promise to address the pressing concerns that currently impact Rutherford County. I promise that together we will become coordinated efforts in addressing those concerns. I promise that together we can make sure we offer the best-in-class services for Rutherford County and deliver those services. I promise that together we can build a quality of life aligned so intricately with physical avenues. I promise that I will serve in a holistic capacity and never from a silo approach with the residents of Rutherford County. District 3, your vote is your voice. I hope to earn your vote as your next county commissioner for District 3. Thank you.
Thank you. Candidate Rather, same question. What makes you the candidate to vote for? Again, you have 2 minutes.
Well, I think the same thing I've done for the last several years. It's being a servant and understanding that my seat on the county commission is the residents' seat on the county commission. I get phone calls, I get the emails, I respond, and my job is to be their voice here. It's just me. But they have a voice, and that voice is through me. There are times where I get phone calls or emails, I respond, I handle things behind the scenes, depending on what the issue is. I will be that voice here in this chamber. I'll be that voice in front of planning, in front of engineering, in front of the codes office. You can ask every single department, almost. I am the citizen's voice. And I don't want to say I hate to quote scripture again, but I'm going to quote it again. Second greatest commandment, love your neighbor as yourself. So as a commissioner, I literally look at whether you're 5 miles down the road or 2 doors down, we're neighbors. We're all neighbors. We're all people. And I'm that person that's going to do everything I can to help you with whatever you've got going on.
Thank you. Candidate Cush, same question. What makes you the candidate to vote for? Again, 2 minutes.
Thank you. Experience matters. Here's what we're faced with this next cycle. You have a new mayor, you have a new school superintendent, you have a new financial director, you have a minimum of 8 new commissioners, perhaps even 8 more new. So you're likely to have 20% returning starters. If you were a football team, you would project that your winning for the next season would not be very good. So experience matters. I have 8 years under my belt. That is going to be important to help mentor these new commissioners, new mayor, new financial director, new school superintendent. I'm telling you, you got to have somebody in the seat that's got experience, knows how to negotiate, knows how to reach win-win situations, and can talk turkey and be available, which I am. I have learned over the 8 years that District 7 and all districts, my tagline on my campaign posters are the voice of District 7. People want an end of corruption, right? There has been plenty of things in the news that are not good for Rutherford County. It dates back way back to the mosque. Talk about diversity, I was right in the middle of that. I was the first commissioner the night of full commission when we told Sheriff Arnold he needs to go. I stood and interviewed with Channel 4. It was on the 10:30 news after I was the first commissioner to say he needs to go. People want fair and transparent government. I'm as transparent as it gets. Honesty, integrity, accountability, that's me. I've proven it. Go back and watch any of the 8 years worth of TV. You'll see what you get. Thank you.
Thank you.
Push for Kush.
Candidate Locker, same question. What makes you the candidate to vote for?
I'm the average Joe. I'm not a politician. I'm the guy you see at the grocery store and go to the gym, and I'm your neighbor. And I'm sure my opponent would love to initiate the new incumbents. But you know what? I feel that Rutherford County should not be a majority of Republicans. So I hope the Democrats take Rutherford County. And we don't need my opponent to hold our hand. We'll be just fine. Thank you very much. So vote for me, Joseph Loescher, District 7. No, I don't know everything about this job, but I'm a fast learner. Just like all the other jobs I've had. I've learned quick. And I don't need someone to hold my hand to take this job. Thank you very much. Vote for me, Democrat.
Thank you. Candidate Williams, same question. What makes you the candidate to vote for? 2 minutes.
Well, I agree with Mr. Loescher. I'm sorry I mispronounced your name before. I'm a good candidate because I'm not a politician. I'm not here to make everybody happy. I want to see responsible, well-researched decisions made for our county. I believe that a commissioner has the responsibility of research, not research of a subcommittee or a fellow commissioner, not guidance from another commissioner, but his own research before each vote of what he is voting for. If he is going to be the voice of the district, he can't be voting with the majority 98.6% of the time. Only 16 times out of the last 1,150 votes in the last 4-year term has Mr. Kush voted against the majority. It isn't being the voice of the district if you're just repeating what everybody else is doing. I know many people vote straight down the party line. I'm a conservative. I'm on the independent ballot due to unfortunate circumstances. But if I'd been able to run on the ballot, I'm confident that it would only be me and Mr. Loescher here today. This is how dedicated I am to making a difference in Rutherford County. I'm here to be a real voice for Rutherford County, to make my own decisions, to do my own research, to make decisions based on the county, not on good old boy politics, not on buddy programs, but real decisions made for you in District 7 by someone who lives and owns a home in District 7. My name is Paul Roscoe Williams. I'd appreciate your vote, and more importantly, I'd appreciate your trust to let me be the next county commissioner for District 7. Thank you.
Thank you. Once again, on behalf of the League of Women Voters in Rutherford County, I want to thank all of the candidates for their participation today. I also want to thank Rutherford County Television for broadcasting this forum tonight and making it available for later viewing. I want to encourage all Rutherford County citizens to vote. Early voting begins July 15th and goes through July 30th. You may early vote at any of the early voting locations. On Election Day, which is August 4th, you will be able to vote at any one of the vote centers in Rutherford County. To find out which location will be best for you, or if you are interested in applying for an absentee ballot, please visit the Rutherford County Election Commission at election.rutherfordcountytn.gov. Also, don't forget to check out vote411.org, an online voter guide developed by the League, for more information about the candidates that appeared at this forum tonight and other candidates running for office in Rutherford County. Please vote in this election. Please vote in this election. I repeat, please vote in this election and help determine who will be on the Rutherford County Commission. May we close with a round of applause for the candidates. Thank you.